Well, first of all, what's up, guys? Now, today actually was super fun, like, to see how the team is playing actually well together, I feel like since our Europe trip, I feel like the team just got super close to each other, and I feel like we always got each other back, It's like family, brother. It's like brotherhood, And I feel like even on the court, we always know we got each other back, And I feel like we've been doing the same thing. Yeah, that's all.
Any stats you were proud of?
Huh?
Any stats you were proud of? Things you guys do well.
Yeah, I feel like, especially on offensive glass, like rebounding, we just like kill them, So that's big time, and yeah. Whenever you guys are ready for question.
Nice.
Coach, the last time BYU beat an opponent by 50 plus, I think it was back in 2016. How do you feel like the offense just clicked tonight?
I thought our offense was good. I think the best thing we had going offensively was two things. One, we only turned the ball over 5 times. Like, we're really proud of that. We came into halftime with only 2, and both of them were offensive fouls. And so the guys did an unbelievable job protecting the ball. In fact, Fousseyni, to start the game, had 2 passes over the top where he just had to go win really, really difficult challenge passes. Our guys were really conscious taking care of the ball against a team that's a real slap-down team. And for us to finish the game with 5 was extraordinary. And then Fousseyni's 3-point shooting carried us. It was remarkable. He's got to that level now as a shooter that every time he touches, the whole Marriott Center is saying, "Shoot it, Fouss!"
Yep.
And so I think those were the best 2 things we had going offensively.
Does he have a green light?
Oh, he always has had the green light.
Yeah.
What was the latest on kind of where Ali is injury-wise?
Yeah, so Ollie's just trying to get healthy, and he's working really hard. He had a good day of work today, and so we'll kind of see what progress he makes.
Is Dawson Baker getting close to playing?
Dawson's getting a little closer. Met with the doctor on Monday and had some pretty good news. So he's been able to start his RTP protocol, and we'll see how the next couple weeks go. But we're hopeful to have him floating around here, maybe on the court, sometime in December would be ideal for us.
Was this the most complete performance you feel like this group of players has put on the floor since maybe last year?
I don't know. I don't know how to evaluate that. I know a bunch of numbers we were super excited about, a bunch of statistical numbers. The thing that I was most excited about was, and this came up in conversations, it certainly was a part of our team, and it was coming from our team leadership more than anybody else, was that we had a really emotional game on Friday. We've been going really long and hard. We had an opponent that is picked to win their conference, but was certainly didn't come in here with the cachet that a San Diego State did. And there's just this human nature of a letdown. And our team, our leaders on our team and all the players on our team did an unbelievable job of saying, you know what, we're going to come take this incredibly seriously. We're gonna first priority win this game, and second priority, and equally as important, is we know we have to get better. And these guys were incredible. Like, Fousseyni's physicality at San Diego State carried over to the first 10 minutes of this game against a really, really big physical opponent, and it was startling how he was able to limit catches, like being his ball screen responsibility, and how physically he was on the glass and physically was taking away catches, and for a lot of teams those things go away, and they didn't for us tonight, and that's probably the most important thing that came out of tonight.
Fouss, how much are you enjoying having Trevon out on the floor, what he does for this team and what he provides for you guys?
Man, Trevon is just different, like, even in practice, he doesn't even miss a threes, because whenever he get a catch, you better be there, like, don't even give him a space, and I feel like we needed that, he's gonna help us big time,
Has he been the catalyst in giving you the prescription since he's the shot doctor?
Oh yeah, he's a shot doctor, but I'm trying to be like Dallin Hall, Dallin Hall is the Steph Curry, but yeah.
Was Dallin on a minute restriction? I know you said last time 25 minutes. You thought that would be a little bit shocking, but
yeah,
is he kind of on a set number, like no
Nope.
farther than that?
Nope, just rotation. He was perfect.
Is he going to go into the starting lineup anytime soon? Or
We'll see. We'll see how it's playing out. Our guys are playing well. I thought the starting group did an unbelievable job today, kind of getting us going, and And so that's really important. I'd be shocked if Dallas is not in the starting lineup for some of the season, as well as Jackson, as well as some other guys will rotate through. But, I think right now we have a group that's playing really, really well together, and they're kind of all fighting to, do this for each other, and I like it. I dig it. So, I thought we had a lot of guys play great. Certainly Dallin was one of them for sure.
Coach, second time this season in the first half you limited someone under 50 points. How do you feel like your defense performance so far?
Yeah, that was probably my favorite part of the first half. Felt like the first, probably 12 minutes in particular, our defense was elite level. I was really proud of it. Like Foose anchored up with his physicality in the lane, and then Tiki coming in and being an unbelievable rim protector in the first half. He was so good and so disciplined defensively, and with a really tough scout, we try to change up a way we're reading ball screens. They're very much a peel and a slip and a fake ball screen team, and so we kind of went to a lean into a stay tonight. We worked on it the last couple of days, and our guys executed. And the only way to execute that is to be talking in real time and making decisions in real time. And our guys were unbelievable at it tonight. So I was really, really, really proud of us with how we responded on the defensive end of the ball tonight. I thought it was a really special effort for us defensively.
2 more questions. Do you think this was Tiki's best game?
Yeah, I thought Tiki was great. Protecting the ball. One of Tiki's Achilles' heels last year was both him and Noah. I don't want to say they were sieves in terms of turnovers, but they were racing to see if they could get to a double-double with something and turnovers. And I thought Tiki was elite level tonight protecting the ball, and Noah's been elite level protecting the ball with desperation this entire season. I thought both those guys were great tonight. I was really proud of them. And certainly Tiki gave us huge minutes. He was terrific.
Last question.
Mark, there's an emphasis on the block charge calls that changed, where they told us at the Big 12 Media Days it would be almost impossible to draw a charge.
Yeah.
But I think Foose got one.
Yep.
If through 3 games, small sample size, but have you noticed is that being implemented?
Yeah, I do. We actually had 2 charges today. We had Fouse's, which they were calling as a shoulder more than they were calling it as a planted foot. And then the second one, I think, was Spence going baseline. And actually, Spence took an extra step right before he went off. If he had actually jumped off, I think he ended up taking a right foot step. If he had jumped off his left foot, it would have been a block. And so it's almost like everything's got flipped on its side. If you're one of those guys that jumps from outside the restricted area and kind of floats the lane, that used to be a disaster. Now that's kind of a winning formula for earning a block, because as we all know now, the whistle, you have to be set before the last foot plants, before it actually touches the ground, not before it leaves the floor. And so we're feeling that a lot. Trey Stewart got tricked up with what would have always been a charge, either San Diego State or the game before. It would have always been a charge, but with the new rules it wasn't. So we're all trying to learn that right now.
Sorry, Darnell's got one more.
Yeah, Mark, as a coach, what is the depth that you have at 9 guys right now, and maybe 10 or 11 if Ali and Dawson get healthy? What kind of confidence does it give you as a coach making decisions in game time?
Yeah, it's really important for us. I think the most exciting for me is how these guys are playing together and sacrificing for each other. And once you start playing games, all of a sudden the stat sheet comes up and everybody's looking at everyone's looking at what they're getting and how they're doing, and that's real for every player, including every player on our team. But I got a bunch of guys that are working really hard on absorbing all the frustration they might see in the sheet and trying to do this for the team, and that's pretty special. The depth is going to be really important. I mean, you think about the depth right now. Just think about the depth at the 5. We have 3 big-time 5s, and Foose. We're trying to slide to the 4, but we have Foose, and we have Atiki, and we have Ali. 3 big-time 5s. Okay. And we've had 1 5 healthy, for 5 of the 6 weeks. I think we only had 2 or 3 guys for one of the, I guess we're 8 weeks now. And so this depth is really important for us to be able to compete, just because, it's just having guys healthy and ready to go is really important. You think about the depth that we have with Dawson Baker. It's really important. We haven't had Dawson, so it's really important that we have the depth of guys to step up. It's been incredible to watch Trey Stewart. We didn't have a point guard at all on our roster for 5 weeks besides Trey Stewart. He had to take and J-Mac. Trey Stewart and J-Mac had to take every single rep every single day for 5 weeks. Think about that, because we had a point guard leave, and then Dallin was hurt, and Jax was hurt, and Dawson was hurt, and so this depth is massively important, and it's going to allow us to actually withstand the rigor of this insanity that is the Big 12 right now. You got these 18 games where every single game is San Diego State, every single Tuesday or is going to be Saturday and Tuesday right now, and this depth is really important. It's super important. So, but the depth doesn't do that much good unless you have beautiful guys, great guys that'll kind of keep fighting for each other, and we have that. So those two things in combination give us a chance.
Thanks, guys.
Nice, thank you. Yeah.
2 for 2 from the 3-point line.